Well, hello and welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and welcome to the Jesus Enrique Rosas Show, the episode 53, the first official episode of 2025. Has been a long time, right? Not that much of a long time. Not that much of a long time because we had a members-only live stream on January 1st, and we had a special, let's say a special live stream yesterday, both on the Royal Rogue channel and the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel. Everything going fine. It's fine in YouTube right now. Jesus Enrique Rosas channel. We are live on X, Kinesics, and also on Rumble, the Jesus Enrique Rosas channel as well. So how many times do I have to say my name? Many of them, because many of you want to learn how to pronounce it. It's all about rolling your R's. We're ignoring the R's, ignoring the R's altogether. I started just a couple minutes later because I was just fixing some issues with my audio again, but at least I knew what was going on, so I could just fix it. Samantha missed the live yesterday, but you can rewatch it. You can rewatch it in any of my channels. You can rewatch it in any of my channels. We're going to be talking about Meghan also today. There a couple topics today that are going to be perhaps a bit triggering for audiences. We are going to be talking about the grooming gangs in the UK. So many of you have asked me to cover that topic. Of course, it's a very triggering topic, but we need to address that since, well, I mentioned that a while ago when I was talking about Keir Starmer, and that he could have done so much, but yeah, that's what I call that. It is his trouble, his problem again. It has been happening for years, if not decades, and it's time to stop. It's time to stop, and well, some common sense in the UK right now, but so many things happening in the world. So many things happening in the world. I think that everything is set up right now on my end. Everything is set up on my end. So we can begin. We can begin with a couple memes. We are ready to begin. Just make sure that you're watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. That is the best way and the free way to support my channel. For those of you who want to become members, next to the subscribe button, there's a join button where you can become a member as well. Today, I will be testing like 30 minutes after this show ends for my members of my YouTube, only on YouTube, only for my members on YouTube. I will be streaming like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes more, a bit later. So if you are a member on YouTube after this show ends, I will be doing some like regular editing, maybe working a bit, and I will be issuing a members only live stream, so you can just join and we can have a chat. So if you want to attend those secret private members only lives, just make sure that you become a member. So where are we? We are right now here in this is my X Pro dashboard. It's fuming right now. It's exploding right now. So many notifications, but everything is ready to begin. And I told you we were going to start with a couple of memes, to ease in today's show. And the first thing, I sometimes need to, I tell you that I want to start my shows with something, with some levity, right? Some humor. And well, what could be better than the 5 most relevant, we could say, talk show hosts, their levels to nightmare fuel. You can recognize some of this guys. John Oliver, that I have mentioned more than an occasion. F you, John Oliver, and everything that you stand for. It's sad the road that you went. I completely forgot the name of this guy. I really have never seen his shows or care about his clips, but I guess that he's part of the group. Colbert, which we have featured Colbert a lot in this show, so let's say that he is quite famous. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel is. They were having some kind of dinner or something together. That would have been a bit uncomfortable. Oh, okay, let's make a competition. Who is the unfunniest? Seth Meyer. Thank you, Dalla. Yeah, this is Seth Meyer. Where's Seth? Dalla is here. Five Dorks, says John Curtier. Yeah, it's. Let's say that they have lost the touch. And Jimmy Fallon, that, well, this Jimmy, we have, I remember that the Patriot asked, is this kind of, this some kind of sorority? What is the name of this sorority? And I answer on X, this is Subtard Beta Grappa. So that is the sorority that we're talking about. What do you think that was the, I don't know, the main topic of this this dinner? I don't know, but this is I think this, I don't remember who made the joke that this is the first thing and the last thing you see at Epstein's Island when you arrive. Yeah, the most unfunny people at one table, they cannot make one joke between the five. And another thing that I wanted to address in this starting out, we were talking about how my work has been stolen in every single way. My blog posts, my illustrations, even my videos have been stolen in every shape or form. And well, it doesn't help that some corporations don't help at all with this. For example, Scott Adams was saying that Amazon.com is selling mostly counterfeit products pretending to be his books and calendars. Imagine that you work on a calendar or a book, and then Amazon begins to sell all sorts of counterfeit products that look like yours but aren't yours, and that's basically stealing. And you might ask, well, why doesn't Scott Adams just go after those copycats? Well, first thing that happened to me, there are way too many of them out there, and the way Amazon deals with that is that you have to buy yourself the copycat product and then send it to Amazon or have the proof that it's a copycat. So if you see, I don't know, 20 or 30 copies of your book, you have to buy the 30 copies of those how would you say, those counterfeit works of your own, not really works, counterfeit copies of your work. You have to buy them yourself so you can prove to Amazon that so imagine by the point you do that, 100 more have popped up. That you cannot keep up with that. So that's why you made sure to build a community, to be what we have here. And what we have here allows us to face things like this. Pop bass Cynthia Erivo looks gorgeous for W Magazine's Best Performances issue. I mean, I know that I'm going to be attacked by the usual suspects because of this, but I don't find this gorgeous and in any way. I mean, the claws, I sometimes complain about Meghan's claws, but no, these are actual claws. Like you can just pop one eye with one of those nails and all the things that are attached to the nails. How does she type on a mobile phone? And well, you know that let's say that this is not as it is not, let's say, as classical beauty. We can't say that this is a classical beauty. It's not. No, it's maybe this is the last thing that you see on Epstein Island for real. The first thing is that is the five TDS chaps, and this is the last thing. I'm not gonna say more, but. At the same time, but Jesus, why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why you express like this so much? I'm gonna say something about myself, by the way. How my demons look. Oh my God. Yeah, those are talents. Do men find nails like that attractive? I don't know, Jenny. That is a great question. I have always found those. No, that is a no-go. That is a bit of a turn off. But well, what can I say? Let's move on to some trivia. Not exactly like trivia, but some things about music before we move on to the actual stuff. The heavy stuff. Toxic Cowboy asked the question, if you could be any musician in history, who would you be? I mean, this is like those, you remember Facebook in 2010, for example, 2009, when it was still fun and games? And, let's find out which Harry Potter character you are. And you made this silly service, and you are Hagrid because you are, I don't know, big and hairy for some reason. And that's nice. That's like a personality test. But this question was, if you could be any musician in history, who would you be? And Toxic Cowboy said that he would be Robert Palmer, loved his lifestyle. And you know that all these high-performing alpha dudes, alpha chods on X say that you should be fan of nobody. You should be fan of nobody. But let's make it clear. We have been fans of musicians. Why not? Sometimes it doesn't turn out well. I told you that I still love movies in which 90% of the cast has gone woke, but I still love those movies. And in this case, I have no complaints about this too. So many to choose from, but in my opinion, 88, James Hetfield from And Justice for All album. I think that he had the exact, that there was the exact balance of maturity and that savage voice and that, that rhythm guitar. He is still my musical spirit animal. From 88, the James Hetfield from 88. From 91 onwards, I have my doubts. And I still love every single album from Metallica, but from that era, it was top-notch. I think rock peaked at the end of the 80s. And when it comes to my biggest influence in guitar playing style is 87 Joe Satriani. More specifically, the album Surfing with the Alien. It was one of the most influential, if not the most influential album in my guitar playing style. Rock peaked in those years, and yes, I could say that it's hard to choose between And Justice for All and Master of Puppets, at least for me. Slash was great as well, although I was a bit more technical than Slash. You know that I love that song, Given to Me, from Michael Jackson, and he invited Slash for the solo. I love that, to play that solo, by the way. And Michael Jackson also had a magnificent guitarist with him, Jennifer Batten, who, is still a complete goddess of guitar. And we're really ready to move on. Let's move on to the heavy topics. The heavy topics that we have. These heavy topics are a bit complicated to address, because you know how this works. I don't mind making sure that we focus on X, for example, or on Rumble, in which we can talk at large about this. But we need to talk about what is going on in the UK. And I think that of all the topics that we are going to address today, the grooming gangs is perhaps the heaviest one. And I didn't really prepare the topic, but what I will do is to search for it on X, and I'm going to build the discussion around this. So many of you, let's wrap up. Ry Cooder, such a great guitarist. Eric Clapton, I remember that I played a lot of his unplugged songs. His unplugged was very good. I just fell out of his style later. I was more into heavy metal. Ronnie James Dio Castellanos. Ronnie James Dio is perhaps my favorite singer of all time. It's an amazing voice. It's so sad that he was gone too soon. And I remember, but it's like those questions. If you could bring one musician from history again, who would you bring back? I don't know. It's hard between, I don't know, Jimi Hendrix and Ronnie James Dio, or who else? Cliff Burton, of course. It would be a big question, but most probably would be Ronnie James Dio. Ronnie James Dio. So, what is going on? What is going on? And let's see if we can look for, if we can address this stuff in a way. Let me see. Okay, I think there's no way to ease in this topic. We should just address it. No, this is not. It's this one. It's this one. Okay. So, what is going on with the so-called grooming gangs in the UK? But again, this is a very sensitive topic. This is something that is extremely triggering. I'm going to spare you the gruesome details because there are a lot of details about this. And this somehow has been happening in the UK for years, for more than a decade to be exact. There are these gangs operating in UK, inside UK, in cities of the UK, in which they have organized themselves to literally abuse. Well, I'm going to use the word, to rape young girls. It's that simple. It's no other way to sugarcoat this. And how they have been able to keep on doing this for a decade, you might ask. That was my question as well. So when I found out about this quite some time ago, I made passing references to this back then. I was shocked to find out that so many people, so many officers, so many people involved in what could have been stopping this and prosecuting these gangs, they didn't want to be called racist. Oh, they are, because I understand that most of them are Pakistani, come from Pakistan. And oh no, you cannot do that because imagine what would happen. It's like that Norm Macdonald joke about what would happen if we were to denounce what is going on. What would happen to the peaceful Pakistani people? That is the issue. That is the problem. That is what is called suicidal empathy, in which, oh, I don't want to be called a racist. I wouldn't want to say that is a British thing. But at the same time, you know the way British men are in a sense, not all of them, of course. There are many Tommy Robinsons out there, which, by the way, since Tommy Robinson raises his voice, then he's silenced immediately because, well, no, you cannot talk about that. And I want to address this. I want to address this in the fact that the only possible solution is that everybody involved in this, either because of you are a member of these gangs, or maybe you are an officer that could do something about this and prefer to, you know what, no, I don't want to be called a racist. Or maybe you are a politician that could have done something about this. Everybody is blaming Labour, but I think that we should blame the Tories as well, because this happened on their watch as well. I think that everybody should be hanged. That is my actual opinion on this. Like, my non-professional opinion is that everybody should be hanged. That's what should be. Because it is not possible that you can allow such amount of evil in your country to happen, to run amok, to defile your own people, the native population of the United Kingdom, the white population, white little girls, because you don't want to be called a racist, because you cannot bring the topic of deportation, you cannot be saying like that, you cannot be doing all that. That is suicidal empathy, and those people, every single one of them, should be I say it sometimes on my X, and I'm going to say it in my show as well. Make gallows great again. Make them great again. Make those executions extremely public. Air them. I would pay money to watch that online. Yeah, make them live, pay-per-view, like a fight, like the Tyson versus Paul fight. Do the same. Okay, today we're gonna execute 20 of these monsters. So you can maybe pay, and we pay, and maybe that money goes to those families who were affected, those victims who were affected. I am not the most, I'm not an expert on this topic. I don't have all the details. But what I can tell you is that this is something that should have never happened. And I have the obligation to say that yes, there are many Tommy Robinsons in the UK, but there are so many men without balls in the United Kingdom, and that is the sole reason this has brought this far. This is the only reason this has been so far. So many so-called men that those are not men. As a man, you cannot just see that, witness what is going on, and just remain silent. That's why you're being fucked as a country. There's no other way to put this. You're being like, I don't know, I have a word for this in Venezuelan Spanish. That's, you're being violated as a country by all this unfettered migration that is causing all these crimes. Wake up. The United Kingdom is a wonderful, beautiful country. The people of the United Kingdom, and you know when I say the people of the United Kingdom, you know exactly who am I talking about. The people of the United Kingdom. Not the immigrants who came on a boat, who Keir Starmer keeps allowing them, who the tourists allow them to arrive, who Labour allow them to arrive. It's suicidal empathy. Your country will fall if you don't do something about this. And like yesterday, I am so sorry. I am so sorry for what is happening. And this has been happening for more than a decade. And yes, you're right. I saw your comments. I read my comments on YouTube. Oh, Jesus has lost his edge. He can't call out people like, calling Meghan and Harry this and that, that is easy. Oh, that is easy. Yeah, you're right. We need to talk about these topics. It is not comfortable. YouTube doesn't like that. I don't care. I'm going to address this. People have to find out about this. People have to find out what is this about. And people have to find out all the people responsible of this, not only the monsters, but those who turn a blind eye to this. 25 years, imagine that. UK is being destroyed on purpose. I'm going to just read some of the reactions that I have on my a simple X search of the grooming gangs. Melissa Chen, a researcher who worked for the UK government, tried to whistleblow about the grooming gangs but was sent to diversity training course instead. You cannot make this stuff up. We are beyond parody and satire. The Girls of Rotherham from 1997 to 2013, it was imprudent to say anything like this or even to mention the ethnicity and religion of the perpetrators. You have no balls, British men. You know who you are. Again, it's not all British men, but the problem is that those who want to make a stand against this are being put in jail just by saying that this is completely it's not unjust, it's unfair, it's a monstrosity, and you get thrown in jail. That is not possible. Something has to be done, and you are the only ones who can do something about that. It's only so much that we can do to bring awareness to these matters. We can press on this. I call this, my video was titled Keir's Grooming Gangs because he has the opportunity to do something about that. You, Sir Keir Starmer, have the opportunity to do something about this right now. And you won't. And you know why. You know why. I'm going to tell you why you won't do something. I'm going to tell you why that coward, that soulless bitch will not do anything. And I have to bring this up. I have to bring the actual politics that are behind this. It's like the fact that Sadiq Khan, who has effectively destroyed London, is receiving this knighthood. I mean, I had to make a joke about this. King Charles should confer Sadiq Khan's knighthood with a ceremonial machete. Yeah, this is something that should be happening. I don't know how to add levity to something that is just disgusting. And it's disgusting when people like the king himself says that diversity is our strength. No, it is not, dear king. It is not. And so many people are, I know that so many of you are fans of the royal family are going to tell me the words. Oh yeah, but the king is practically a decoration in the UK right now. He has no say in politics. He has no vote. He has no power whatsoever. You might be right. I've read the law. I understand that it's basically, the king is basically a decoration right now. In fact, he's proposed the ones who should receive a knighthood, and he just says, well, okay, I'll grant Sadiq Khan a knighthood. And the problem is that he refuses, then, you know, a scandal might broke up, and you know how the British are. You don't like a scandal, right? You don't like to sound racist. Do not say that the Pakistani are raping girls. No, don't say that. Better don't say that. No, this is something that has to be addressed. And as far as I know, the king has not addressed this. And the king should address this as well. And sadly, this is also going to hurt a lot of feelings, but you cannot deny that if this has been going since the late 90s or the beginning of this century, who was the queen at that time? I am sorry, I know so many of you love the royal family, but if you know, fuck's sake, that this is happening in your country, under your watch, under those prime minister puppets that just go one after another, maybe you can just fuck it. You just bring them, hey, come here, and you pull their ears and say, hey, you little fuck, can you do something about the grooming gangs? I really don't care if you are a decoration. You have to do something about that. Because what? Because what? This is very simple. This is very simple. I mean, oh, you are talking about our beloved Majesty. I love the Queen as well, but you cannot like have these two things at the same time and not realize that this was happening under those prime ministers as well. And the Queen could have just pulled the ear and say, motherfucker, just go and do something about this. How does it work? How can you be? You are the highest representation of England, of the UK in the world, and everybody knows how hard the Queen worked to put the image of the United Kingdom for the world to become a tourism destination. So those prime minister, Sadiq Khan, all of them are essentially destroying that at the same time. How can you allow this? How can you allow this if you have direct access to the ones who make the decision? Again, maybe the Queen did not make the decision. Maybe the King is just a decoration at Buckingham Palace. But that's what so many of you have tried to tell me. Oh no, he doesn't call the shots. All right, he doesn't call the shots, but he's got a direct line to the prime minister. So you fuck. Can you do something about this? Oh no. Diversity is our strength. It is not. It is not. And I really don't care if you get pissed off about this. And it's something that by extension, when you think about it, oh yeah, look at the royal rogue is blaming the royal family for this. Yes, I am doing exactly that. Not of what happened, but don't you think that they had the leverage to pull those ears to tell the prime minister, hey, this is happening, solve that as soon as possible? They had the access to the leaders of the Tories, the leaders of the Labour. How can you, every single one of you, all those stupid parties in the UK, allow for this to happen under anyone's watch? Are you some kind of sadist or something? But that's the way I have to talk about this topic. That's the way about this. All of you, all that blood is in your hands. All of you are simply morons that have allowed this to happen for a quarter of a century. Fuck you all. Fuck you, every single one of you. And I mean every single one of you. This is your responsibility. It's your country. But it's about children. I'm talking about children, you motherfuckers. Children, fuck's sake. Children in any country should be protected at all costs. And you allowed your girls to be raped by these Pakistani grooming gangs. Fuck you and your eyebrows. This is unacceptable. Fuck you. No other way to address this. I don't care. Fuck you to block me. I really don't care. I really don't care about this. All of you are to blame with this. All those politicians, all those prime ministers, all the royal families to blame for this. Fuck all your royal engagements. Just close the door and punch the fucking prime minister into a pulp until they understand they have to stop the fucking boats and stop the fucking raping from happening. It's that simple. But you know why it's not going to happen? Because you don't have the balls. Nobody has the balls. The only people who have the balls in that country are in jail right now or out of the country. This is simply not possible. This is what you get when you are too afraid to offend people. I think that you realize that I long ago, I am not worried about offending people. I'm just asking the goddamn questions. Why? Why the fuck you didn't do anything all this time? You have no way. There's no way to save any of you. I'm talking about every single one of you. Every single one of you. And, well, there's so much happening. It's supposed a national tragedy. People are finding out, because Elon Musk is tweeting about this. Elon Musk should not be meddling in these affairs. We can. We absolutely can. And the BBC, the TV station, is that a broadcasting company, whatever, the BBC has been working on some kind of a documentary to disprove that any of this was happening. And this is being paid by the UK citizens' taxes. Not of those immigrants who depend on the state. No. And some of those immigrants that depend on the state are raping white girls. But no, the BBC wants to create this documentary to disprove all these allegations because none of this is happening. It indeed is happening. And this has to be stopped. Here's The Guardian claiming that there are no grounds for asserting that Muslim or Pakistani heritage men are disproportionately engaged in grooming gang rapes. Here's a partial list of names of the convicted in Rotterdam. There are the mugshots from around UK. You can see it. You can see it for yourself. This is what they wanted to do to the United States if Kamala Harris won. This is what we prevented. This is what they want to do to the entire world. This is happening in Sweden. This is happening in Germany. This is happening in the UK. This is happening in the Netherlands, in Belgium. And this must be stopped. Would these politicians have the balls to do what is needed? I don't think so. They won't. Unless, the far right. The far right. Those are far right. You cannot vote the far right and then get fucked. Then get fucked. It's that simple. Reject the far right. Get fucked. I have no other ways, because only what you call the far right parties maybe could do something about that. But which party between the Tories and Labour in the UK have done anything about this? They are both complicit. Both of them are worth nothing. So, fuck's sake, that was not a very not family friendly section of my channel. But at least I said, trigger warning. This is gonna be a hard topic. At least I made that warning. I would like to know what you think about this in the comments as well. So let me highlight the chat. Yeah, absolutely. This is a global tragedy. This is a global tragedy. Who said that? Catherine Chapman. This is a global tragedy that has to do with suicidal empathy. You cannot, you have to let everybody in your country. You have to help everybody. No, you're being guilt-tripped into destroying your country. And I can understand when people say King Charles is just a web puppet. That all that stuff, all that conspiracy. How can you say that diversity is our strength? No, it is not. It is simply not. It doesn't work that way. It has never worked that way and will never work that way. The first moment anybody does any sort of atrocity, it doesn't matter, again, the whole Pantone spectrum, white, black, brown, yellow, blue, pink, I don't care. You put that guy on a noose. You hang them. It's that simple. It's that simple. Public, hang, drawn, and quarter. Slow boiling, I don't know, get creative, but make sure to show it to everybody. Make sure that everybody hears the screams of the guy being boiled over 24 hours live on TV. Oh, what kind of psychopath are you? Fuck you! The psychopath, the actual psychopaths, are in those congresses and senates and all that stuff, allowing this, cashing their check, going on holidays, not caring about what the people is suffering. Children! I can understand if you want to leave the UK, if you want to go to another country, if you want to flee the UK, I would understand. And I will back you up. I would justify completely, because what is going on right now is unsustainable. Unsustainable. They should cut. If you are a sex offender, you know what? If you are a sex offender, they should cut your nose off. So anybody can, upon seeing you, they don't need to check for any database or see that you have a little sign in front of your porch. No, they see you without a nose. They already know that you are a sex offender. It's that simple. You get bullied and ostracized for life, and you cannot leave. You cannot live with the regular population. You are sent out to an island. That is another idea as well. You have this island. You send 100 of these monsters, and you throw in like 40 machetes in there and let they and promise that the one man standing will be given, will be spared. Yeah, spare. You know what kind of spare will be the last man standing? Fuck's sake. Angela Dawn, thank you for your super chat. Yeah, I'm really triggered by this. Thank you for all us watching. Wish had more to send you. Thank you, Angela. Thank you for this. Yeah, fuck. Send all them to an island so they can, gut themselves between them. Yes, very infuriating. I mean, we could make a lot of money with this as well. We could do a lot of money for the families. You're joking, and how do you really feel? We could make a lot of money. You have an island. Maybe we could we could repurpose Epstein Island with all these secret dungeons and stuff, but you just fill it with 100 guys at a time. Let them kill each other. And you have cameras everywhere, the same cameras that Epstein had, and you can televise that, and you have like this worldwide deathmatch pay-per-view. That was, I would pay platinum for that. I would pay platinum for that. Good money to watch all those beasts hacking themselves. Not with guns. No, that is too merciful. Machetes, it's just knives, something like that. Bats with nails and the stuff. Something very primal, right? And rusty machetes. That would be nice. No guns, no high impact. No. Yo, televise that. You make a ton of money. You begin to rebuild your rotten society. Because yes, I feel pain to say that the UK is rotten right now. Because of the politicians, because of the decorations, because of the men who allowed this to happen. Thank you, Jenny, for your super sticker as well. You have to be a very small island. Isn't that what happened in Australia when the Britain left the prisoners? I don't know. Well, if it's a larger island, then it could be like 2,000 guys at a time. 2,000 guys at a time, and you hide the machetes as well. You hide those machetes. Oh, if they refuse to fight each other, then you have this. Did you have these drones? Everything is more fun with drones. You have drones with these lasers that you can buy in Amazon, right? That burn your skin just enough to, and they begin to aim at you. Hey, if you don't go and do the thing, that we will burn you very slowly with the drone lasers. Oh my God, I'm that kind of guy. When it comes to this stuff, I'm that kind of. I can get very creative. Dana Durgin, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate all your support. And remember that for those who, yes, SSJB, I was about to mention that for those of you that want to be in the after show, for those of you who want to be in the after show, members, only for members, become a member with the link in the description. Not in the link in the description, but next to the subscribe button, there's a join. You join, you become a member of on YouTube, and I will have a members only live stream after this live stream ends. Put Komodo dragons on the island. Yes, Komodo dragons it is. With the drones, no, but they could. Maybe I wouldn't put the dragons on the island because maybe they can get cozy with the dragons. You know, we are talking about monsters. I will not let any animal with those monsters in that island. I wouldn't. Maybe cyber Komodo dragons that spit fire. Maybe Elon Musk can help. I don't know, cyber Komodo dragons that are mechanical or something like that. Make Alcatraz great again. We all feel your anger and are here by your side. Thank you, Samantha. We love you, Jesus, and love your passion. I'm praying to the angels that they will protect our children. I sincerely hope so. Make them watch Meghan's cooking show 24/7. Maybe Princess Dumbarton, maybe 24 hours or 48 hours before they are dropped in the island, you go full Clockwork Orange on them, opening their eyes and watching Meghan's cooking show for 48 hours, and then they will have lost all the way to live and everything, and they will be really animals. I don't know. Yeah, robot crocodiles, everything. Oh, I have many ideas. I have many ideas. Oh my God. Is my live stream on YouTube is still running? I will be a miracle. YouTube is telling me now would be a good time to insert ads. There goes an ad on YouTube. I'm going to check a couple things here before we go into the next topic. I'm going to insert an ad to confuse YouTube a bit. Some of you will get an ad right now. Some of you won't. I just want to check that everything is going smooth. It's going smooth. No problem whatsoever yet. Yeah, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. Yeah, we could have a series about that. We could have a TV series with every season. We'll put all those on the island and begin to force them into that stuff. Force them into that stuff. Let's talk about. I wanted to talk about briefly. For example, now we're here. Yeah, we need to end on a happy note afterwards. Let's do something. I don't know. Yeah, this is Jesus Nation CW. And Jesus Nation, Barbara Jet, it has become a body language buddy. Thank you, Barbara. Welcome. So you will be able to make sure that you tune in to the members only live stream when this live stream ends, like half an hour afterwards. Why isn't Meghan speaking out for the young victims? She's out of the UK and can say whatever she. Oh, because you know that Meghan is playing safe. There's sometimes you cannot stay in the sidelines. Sometimes you cannot stay in the sidelines, and it's like I need to address the topic of New Orleans as well. New Orleans, Louisiana, who happened this horrible act of terror. And they really wanted to make it seem, the authorities wanted to make it seem, oh no, this is not an act of terror. It's not an act of terror. Mystic Gypsy, welcome to Body Language Body as well. You're a member now. Thank you. This was an act of terror. I want to read the words of Christine Freba, who have some encouraging words for New Orleans and those of my lovely body language buddies in Louisiana as well, and from the United States, all the United States. General Scott, welcome as well. We love to hate the war, but the city of New Orleans is resilient, perhaps the most resilient of cities. Evil will not diminish our joie de vivre or change our course. We will continue to celebrate life even amongst the tears shed for those so senselessly and tragically lost. And there's a quote. She includes an image with a quote from Anthony Bourdain. There's no other place on earth, even remotely like New Orleans. Don't even try to compare it with anywhere else. I have to say I've never been to New Orleans. It's one of the cities in the United States that are still on my list. One thing that I can tell you that these are going to be the 20 longest days of our lives. I would like to think that the moment that Donald Trump is sworn in as the 7th president of the United States, everything is going to change from one day to the next. It is not. We cannot fool ourselves. Because there are way too many interests behind this. There's too much terrorist cells, like sleeping cells that are still waiting to attack. And I don't want to be, oh, you are making people panic. You're making people anxious. I am not making people anxious. It was Joe Biden and Kamala Harris who permitted this, who encouraged this, who made this possible. They were the ones who began the destruction, and many, you know, that started with Obama, with all the racial tension, all the racial hate. We need to call the things that we need to call a spade a spade. We need to do this. We need to do the right thing and call a spade a spade. Things are not going to improve from one day to the next. We're expecting swift actions. We're expecting things to change, not only in the United States, but the world. Because this happened in New Orleans, but what happened in Germany days before this? What happened in Germany? And why is it always the same people who do this kind of stuff? Why is this disproportionate representation of these people doing this kind of acts? Because they hate the United States. They claim, oh yeah, I want to go to the United States, but they hate the United States. I'm going to tell you something that might be unsettling for many of you. But this is a reality. Many people say that migrate to other countries, maybe escaping their current conditions and maybe looking for better conditions. Well, both things can be true at the same time. But they arrive at their host country. Could be the United States, could be the UK. And they look around them. And instead of being grateful of having the opportunity of being if you're in the USA, well, you are in the land, you are literally in the land. Oh my God. My live stream was taken down. What happened? Okay, I'm back. YouTube, my YouTube body language bodies, are you there? Okay, just confirm. Just say hi. Okay, you're still okay. I have for some reason a hiccup. It was very strange. Maybe it's an FBI or CIA. Something happened. I had a glitch on my. You still see me. This has never happened. Something happened on my monitor that has never happened. Strange. YouTube, let me check just a bit here. It seems that we are still on. Still seems that we are still on. Oh, thank you, 1776 Viking. Jesus, thanks for putting reality into these conversations. Why do we let these Marxists come to this country? You have been very insightful in your analysis of many different topics. Reality is a bitch sometimes. We love you in the US. Thank you, Viking. Thank you for that amazing super chat. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I had this blink. We cannot show this page. And then it appeared again. Never has happened. I'm talking about these topics. I was just talking about the grooming gangs in the UK. I'm talking about what's going on in New Orleans, what's going on with the invasion, with the responsibility of Joe Biden, and something happened. I don't know what, but we're still here. It just blipped. Maybe the FBI is connecting to listen to me better. Hi, you, my FBI personal agent. Welcome to the show. These people, I was talking. These people arrive to the United States, and instead of saying, "Hey, I'm the in this this amazing land where everything is possible, where everyone can make it, because literally everyone can make it," and they are resentful. I would like to understand that. I would like to explain how this works, but humans are irrational for the most part, and sometimes that irrationality is going to be, hey, you know what? I despise my host country because I see everyone, I don't know, so happy. Everyone has it is like, in my case, there are two things. I was not resentful for the countries that were my hosts when I left Venezuela. I was grateful for two things, and two very concrete things. Number one, having electricity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which in Venezuela I didn't have. And number two, having running water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I left Venezuela almost a decade ago, and I'm still grateful of being able to open the faucet and see running water whenever I want, and have, electricity whenever I want. That's where I come from, and I'm grateful, and I try to, bring some value to the country as well. But some people are not like that. Some people are resentful. Some people hate that in this countries things work. And that resentment never goes away. And we have seen it so many times. And you're going to say, oh, you say that every single terrorist is foreign? No, I'm not saying that. Well, for once, we have seen at least 2 attacks in this 2025 that didn't have anything to do with guns, or not, at least not mainly with guns. So what are you going to do? I'm expecting Democrats to ban cars at any time. Expecting to say something like that. This cannot be tolerated. And this starts by not having a 2-tier justice system. And this is what's been going on in the UK, and this is what is happening in the United States as well. A 2-tier justice system. That 2-tier justice system is like, if you're against this suicidal empathy, oh, you cannot be like that. You have to embrace everybody. You have to turn the other cheek. No. You break the law, you're going to be punished, maybe in an overkill way. Maybe the Singapore format, the Singapore approach could work. Overkill. You commit a crime, you are hanged. It's I don't know what to tell you. It's something like, oh, but what is that? What if somebody is what if the system is corrupt? Why is somebody is let's say, how to say this? Let's say, what happens if somebody is wrongfully convicted? Well, if somebody is wrongfully convicted, you take the judge and you, well, punish the judge as well. It's simple. You punish everybody who is responsible for wrongdoings. Oh, you cannot be that. You cannot. That is a fascist state. You're yeah. And what is, you know what is the problem? The states that are considered fascist, like the UAE, for some reason, people feel safe there. You know that so many people say that, oh, the UAE, oh, that women are not free there. But women feel safe in the UAE. How do you make that work? Why women don't feel safe in the UK? Oh, they are free in the UK, but they don't feel safe. Oh, they are free in the United States, but they don't feel safe either. It's that simple. Well, sadly, maybe Singapore is a bit extreme, banning chewing gum. As I don't know if this is true, Princess Dumbarton, but sometimes you have to be extreme because, well, if you're not extreme yourself, your guests are going to be extreme on you. So, yeah, Saudi Arabia is safer than the UK, CNDB as well. It's something that we need to address. We need to address this thing that way. Sometimes we need a fascist state to fix things. We have to go full right wing. Do we really need to do that? What do you think would be the approach to fix this stuff? What is going on in the UK? What is going on in the United States? What do you think is, you need to take things easy. Tell that to the families of the dead and raped. Tell them to take things easy. And then we'll talk. And we can talk in the chat as well. Let me know, what do you think about this in the comments. So, it has been an intense show today. That's the first show of 2025. First show of 2025. Let me just reload my page just in case. Reload my page just in case. Everything is going well. Yeah, G Sawyer says that like it is. Imagine being a house guest, hating the host but don't want to leave. That is the reality of so many countries that I cannot count. I can't count them all. So what was the other topic today? Oh my God, we need something lighter today. We need something lighter. I don't think we will have the time to. Maybe we will have time to talk about Meghan. Perhaps. Maybe we will. How much time do we have? We have like more than 40 minutes. Oh yeah, we have time for Meghan. I'm going to do kind of a summary of what we saw on Meghan's show today. Let me check my X Pro. And we talk about something. You know that I like video games, right? I like video games a lot. There are video games that I always remember. Video games that are close to my heart. And we still have one topic to address before we talk about Meghan. But you know that I love video games, and one of my favorite video games of all time is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Please do not talk or look for the level called No Russian if you don't know about that. Maybe we could talk about that in another show. But I saw this picture one of the first pictures of 2025, and not even 24 hours in, and 2025 just went full Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This just reminded me of that game. Just reminded me a Cybertruck driven all the way to the front doors of Trump Tower on Las Vegas in Nevada, and seconds after it parked up front, it exploded. And just to be clear, the mainstream media really wants to make it seem like this was a spontaneous combustion of the Cybertruck. They have made everything in their power to make it seem, oh, this was a malfunction of the Cybertruck. No, there was a bomb planted, driven up to the doors. They did not realize that the build of a Cybertruck could withstand that force. They didn't think this through. They rented the Cybertruck in Colorado, drove all the way to Las Vegas, and did this. And the thing is that the chassis, the structure of the Cybertruck, contained explosion, and the explosion went mainly up. So only 7 people were injured. The driver was the only deceased. And that is when the mystery begins. That's where the mystery begins. And that's what brings us to this mystery. One dead after Tesla Cybertruck explodes outside Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Well, the Cybertruck did not explode, had a bomb on the trunk. That is important. The sheriff said that gas canisters, camp fuel canisters, and large firework mortars were found in the truck. And Elon Musk chimed in, of course. The evil knuckleheads picked the wrong vehicle for a terrorist attack. Cybertruck actually contained the explosion and directed the blast upwards. Not even the glass doors of the lobby were broken. Imagine that. You know that you have the explosion, right? And you have the pressure of the explosion. That should have been enough to at least break the glass doors of the entrance. And you see how close was the truck to those glass doors, and those didn't break. It was amazing. Las Vegas police released new video of the exploded Cybertruck outside of the Trump Hotel, showing explosive ordinances in the back. Oh, this was the strength of the Cybertruck that allowed this to not go further. Yeah, I would like to get a Cybertruck myself. Maybe with all your super chats, I will get there eventually. Thank you for all your super chats. You're financing my eventual Cybertruck at some point. But this is the part that I find a bit odd. Matthew Levelsberger, 37 years old. People are saying that he was the one driving, or he was the one who died, who was driving the Cybertruck when the Cybertruck, the bomb exploded. It was the driver of the Cybertruck that exploded in Las Vegas. Is listed on LinkedIn as an operations director and intelligence manager with a special forces experience. He's a Grand Beret as well. I'm going to jump this because this is his ex-wife. I think this woman had nothing to do with him by the time of the explosion. And in Go reported this as well. I looked into the background of Matthew A. Levelsberger, the 37-year-old from Colorado Springs who drove a Turo-rented Tesla and blew up at the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas in a huge explosion. Levelsberger is also a U.S. Army veteran, like the New Orleans ISIS terror suspect, and they served at the same military base. That is too much of a coincidence, right? That is too much of a coincidence. Poppy Cakes, thank you for your super chat. God bless you, Jesus, for speaking out about this, and Elon too. Yes. Levelsberger is also used as veteran, like the New Orleans ISIS terror suspect. Levelsberger LinkedIn is no longer online, but there are ghost remnants of his background. Special Forces Intelligence Sergeant, Defense Analysis and Strategic Studies degree from Norwich University. Something strange is that he apparently died from a gunshot moments before the bomb exploded. He died from a gunshot, apparently self-inflicted, with a Desert Eagle handgun. And if you know anything about guns, you would feel, you instantly would say, hey, wait a second. How is this special forces guy with such a vast experience? These are the best of the best. These are the elite. How a guy of this ability takes his own life with a Desert Eagle, one of the worst handguns in the history of humankind. I mean, if you have owned one of those, you know that it can be quite tricky, if not plain faulty in many instances. So it's like, I made the analogy that we were talking about the music. It's like Eric Clapton playing a farewell concert with a Temu guitar. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. You don't do that. Okay, Jesus, but maybe that's what he had. Well, but it's odd. I found that odd. I really found that part odd. And everyone take a close look at the Ukraine shirt Matthew Levelsberger is wearing in this picture. And now new photo surfaces from LinkedIn that he inquired about a job in Ukraine as well. Does this have anything to do with the Las Vegas attack? He was recruiting people for a job in Ukraine as well. Natalie Miranda, thank you for your super sticker. I really appreciate that, Natalie. Thank you. The woke media says, don't believe your eyes, nothing happened. Yeah, Sky London, that is as well something that worries me. The Trump Cybertruck bomber Matt Levelsberger was trying to recruit fighters for Ukraine per his social media posts. This comes after a photo of him surfaced wearing a Glory to Ukraine. It's also worth noting that Ryan Ruth, who tried to take out Trump at his golf course, he was also recruiting people for Ukrainian jobs in Ukraine. And this is another thing that we don't understand. So the Green Beret, identified as the Vegas truck bomber, was burned beyond recognition. The guy was burned beyond recognition, and his weapons were disfigured. His weapons were disfigured, but his military ID was intact. What are military IDs made of? I mean, you can see it on X. You can see that it's a plastic ID. How come everything burned, and all of a sudden you find a very much you can recognize what that military ID says, his name and everything. Cybertruck, thank you, Viking. Cybertruck is bulletproof. We need to look into what's going on at Fort Bragg. Yes, but something going on at Fort Bragg. I don't want to say the words MK Ultra, but I already said them. I don't know. That's so many things, so mysterious. Let me see if I can find the picture of the ID of the guy. The ID was, okay, this is the picture of the ID. So you can see it for yourself. How is this possible? How is this possible that everything burns except for the ID? How convenient. Okay, this is your guy. This is your guy. Don't look any further. This is your guy. Oh, he was burned beyond recognition. The guns burn beyond recognition, but you have this. Don't you tell me that this is not suspicious. It was planted or something. I was asking the questions. Could he have been dead and the Cybertruck drove himself into that spot. And no, it's not possible. You need the person who is sitting on the driver's seat. Elon Musk already confirmed that, has to be alive. It cannot be a corpse or something. No, it was he actually received the gunshot on the spot. If it's him, which we don't know, still don't know. DNA is still available. He could be recognized by, identified by DNA. It is my understanding. You know how it is. How long it's gonna take until we actually find out about what happened? It's gonna be some time, I guess. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. That's what I highlight your live chat. An attack of the deep state. It was a message, of course, both for Trump and Elon Musk. You know what I hate when I run out of coffee. I ran out of coffee. Oh man, it's water for me. That is a message for Trump and Elon Musk. And I really hope, I understand that Trump wants to do a rally on January 19th, the very day before his inauguration. At least the rally is going to be indoor, so it's has better protection. But still, oh my God, it's like, again, January 20th cannot come soon enough. Yeah, Emma, his passport survived as well. You're right. His passport is right here. I'm going to save the image and share it with you right now. I forgot to include it here, but just for the record, so you know, when we do the full reporting, his passport was mostly untouched. How is that possible? That is plastic. That is just plastic. How does that happen? Well, the deep state runs very deep. Saltzilla, you're so on point. You're so on point. He was probably shot way before and someone could have driven it remotely. But how you drive a Cybertruck remotely, you have to modify the Cybertruck. It could be too difficult. I mean, one thing that Tesla cars have is a lot of cameras. So that is another thing. You want to send a message. You want to send a message using a Cybertruck for the job. But at the same time, you know that everything that you do to the car, like mounting the bombs and all the explosive, all that is going to be recorded by the truck's cameras. And Elon already sent specialists from Tesla to recover the footage of what the Cybertruck recorded throughout all the complete trip. So let's see what happens. Maybe Elon can find something faster than the authorities. Oh well, oh my God. After today's live, there will be a members-only session with Jesus. I'm going to test it today. If you are a member of this channel, you see that members have this cute, bright symbol beside their names. They have a color star on the live chat. You can join as a member of this channel for as little as $1.99 a month. Like you're inviting me to a coffee, which would be nice. If we have a coffee, really, we need a personal connection. Maybe at some point we will get to have an actual cup of coffee by Bottle Language Buddies. But meanwhile, if you buy me a coffee, then you will be granted, let's say 20 minutes, 30 minutes after this live stream ends, I will be working on the editing and maybe working on other things. and I will just have a live stream exclusive for members of this channel, so you can join and join in the fun if you want to continue watching and want to watch me not only working and maybe making some commentary, additional commentary of what is going on. Maybe I will have to fight YouTube or something, and you can watch me fighting against YouTube for not censoring my live streams and my stuff. And that's what we are going to do after this show ends. Please discuss the English Royal Son member show. I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Emily Joe. So it comes the most distressing part of today's show. The most horrific part of today's show. I'm going to make a summary of the train wreck of the Duchess of Sausages on that first trailer. We had a full hour, but some of you say, I'm not going to watch that hour, Jesus. That 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm not going to watch that. I want a summary. Here's your summary. This is all that we could find out about Meghan. First one is that she loves beige. That is hands down. She said that. Okay, I want to fiddle with all the palettes, with all the colors, with all the combinations. No, Meghan, you like beige. We got that message. You want that wash out white. And that's maybe something like, isn't that racist, Meghan, that you are so obsessed with white or beige? No. This is something. I'm going to mute your music. I'm going to mute everything about you. I'm going to make sure that we see, why is this so big? Oh, that's what she said. Wait a second. I have a couple of problems here of, all right, let's, a couple issues here. She had very nice shots of food that we don't know that she created. And the most important part of the summary is that she called this with love, Meghan. Why did she call this show like this? I don't know. But Meghan implying that this has some love is, preposterous. That is, I always like to, I always wanted to use that word, preposterous. And she does these gestures and she wants to, appear so natural. Hey, let's do this. Blah, blah, blah. And she looks like, you remember that we thought like she's like a hobbit. That is, more like a Smeagol in the Shire. Smeagol in the Shire, she is picking whatever berries or something. She thinks like she is an elf or something. No. Today is J.R.R. Tolkien's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to Professor Tolkien. And she is tasting the cherries. She is she cooked a salad with hummus. I don't think that she did that. And this looks a bit thick. This is thicker than Harry's brain. But I would say that maybe we can try that. I was also talking about how she used the claw's finger on top of the knife. That was odd as well. Oh, Jesus, all you do is criticize Meghan. Poor Meghan. But this is a summary. You should watch the whole hour. You should watch the entire hour because we had so much fun yesterday talking about chung chung chung. The tendrils in the food. The tendrils were reaching out. They were extending with those sound effects into the food, and were trying to get into the food everywhere. Why was she at some point having her hair, fixed or something like here? In the back. Sometimes she's wearing a ponytail, and sometimes the tendrils are all over the food. No, Meghan. No, that is not sanitary. That is unsanitary. That is not the way you cook things. And we're going to have the same guests of the of Arsewipes, her podcast. Mindy Kaling, who says that she's delighted. This is the most wonderful time of her life. And we will have an extra serving of Meghan's very fake laughter. There it is, and repeat. There it is on repeat. Meghan's laughter, we're going to see this so many times that we're going to puke. But it's nice that we puke, but that way we can keep eating Meghan's dishes after we puke, like the Romans did at the vomitoriums and all the stuff. It's so nice that I can figure out, I didn't say that yesterday, but I think that the Duchess made sure to all the peasants to leave the florist's shop to, well, make sure that she was alone. Okay? And you say that is peak Meghan. That is peak Meghan. Tell all those peasants to leave because I have to record my most precious, my most amazing with my doppelganger, Abigail Spencer. And, well, keep cooking the ice cream and this. She's gonna give tips and tricks, and she's gonna show you how can, well, the four hands can make a focaccia at the same time with rings at all. Make sure that you don't lose your ring in the focaccia dough. That is a good tip. Not gonna lie, that is a good tip. That is a good tip. And then you're gonna see Delfina, who is Nacho's wife, doing this focaccia that I told you it looks exactly like Harry's hair. I think that's why we call this Harry's focaccia. Harry's focaccia. It looks like Harry's bones. Exactly the same. It's like, touches of pink, a few strands of hair here and there. This is nice. I hope that there are no actual hairs in the focaccia, but with those tendrils, you never know. Oh, that's maybe that's like Forrest Gump, box of chocolate. You never know if you're gonna get tendrils in your food, but if Meghan cooks, you absolutely will get them at some point. So Meghan is with her friends. She's got a Temu. I don't know who was this other lady. This lady, we never knew who this lady was. I think she was a stand-in for Catherine. That was the best theory that we had. And we got, of course, a huge dose of Meghan bouncing. Because she's going to bounce, she's going to dance, she's going to jump, and she's going to do other things that are going to make your stomach churn. But still, it's part of the show. It's part of the show. It's nice. You will have a good doggy. Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? Oh my God, those eyes as empty. Yes, he needs to be saved. Oh my God, the horrors that this little puppy has seen. And somebody, I think it was according to Taz, big shout out to you. Somebody realized that the ladies were, toasting. Okay, but Meghan was drinking. Meghan, please. Meghan. We know that Meghan is going to drink a lot in this. She's going to go full Kamala on this show. Why? There was one part that she was looking for. Okay, there was a fridge. There will be signs. There will be signs out there. I remember that she had made the salad and she already had a glass of this rosé wine. Yes. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of drinking. Maybe she's gonna release her own wine brand or something. She's with all her friends. The food, I'm going to tell you, the food looked amazing in so many moments, including this. You want me to make my Harry impersonation? You want me to do my Harry impersonation? Well, I thought that this was chicken sashimi, and I can imagine that Harry loves Meghan's chicken sashimi, and I don't want to repeat that. I already said that sentence out loud yesterday. I'm not going to repeat that. I am not going to talk about Meghan's chicken sashimi, but who am I going to fool here? I'm going to repeat that in every single special and video that I make about this show. You know, I love Meghan's dishes. Especially love Meghan's chicken sashimi. Again, I'm gonna puke here for real. I shouldn't do. This is when Meghan was preparing Harry's breakfast. You know, when Harry is locked up in the basement. This is his breakfast. Harry, I brought your breakfast. Make sure that you eat that, or you won't see the light of day for another 2 weeks. That is what Meghan is telling me. And she is also a beekeeper, just like Catherine and the king. Oh, because she has to well, copy all the things that the royal family does. That is so strange. She always does that. Again, some shots of food are nothing short of amazing. The lighting of this dish is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I cannot see any tendrils in here. Maybe they are hidden somewhere. Maybe we can play a game, spot the tendril. If you spot the tendril, is that one? No. That's what part of the cherry tomatoes, stems. No. And then, you know, this was my favorite. I told her this is gonna be worth the ticket price. It's gonna be worth the ticket price. I had another trouble here with this section. Wait a second, I need to fix this. Oh, what happened? I need to fix this frame because I was making. This was my favorite part of the video, and this is what sold me. In which we're gonna see Meghan, well, squeezing lemon and getting the money shot. Okay, that's sold me. That I said I'm going to watch this. I said, yeah, money shot, sold. Gonna watch it, so you don't have to. Gonna take one for the team. I always do. I don't mind. Oh yeah, she's clapping at ice cubes. I remember who said that. It was I forgot. Cat. I don't remember the exact name, but he said she's clapping at ice cubes, and I just burst in laughter. She's clapping at ice cubes. Oh my god, those ice cubes are so cute. They are so cute. The donuts look really good. Not gonna lie, just look amazing. Again, this looks just amazing. 10 out of 10. Those shots are just perfection. She's laughing, the friends. This is, and all this fake laughter. Oh yeah, everyone's invited. Yeah, especially me. I'm going to invite myself to create wonder. And yeah, she looks like The Sound of Music, but biracial version. This is not Fräulein Maria, but it's Fräulein Meghan in this case. It's Fräulein Meghan. How you doing? And why am I speaking like Schwarzenegger? I don't know. Maybe it's California. Oh dear, this is vulgar. In every moment, a friendship. Oh yeah, and Meghan's gonna. I told you, Meghan's gonna dance and prance and jump and bounce and everything and love Harry for 21 frames, only 21 frames, and with love, Meghan and the calligraphy and all my tendrils, and well, this is what we're gonna get. This is a summary of yesterday's live stream. Now you get it. I'm going to upload this in a while, but I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. I'm going to watch this show. I'm going to watch this show for the ice cubes, the tendrils, the money shot, everything. She's 30% Austrian, maybe. Maybe I would like to know what you think about this in the comments that are so funny. So funny. We needed to end this show on a high note. It's add some levity. It's a good thing that I went for the kill with the first topic. They had to just put it right out there. I know that YouTube is gonna call me out in some way. I'm pretty sure. Looks like a sea creature morph on the plate. Oh, please, no more, no more. Yes, no, I'm sorry. At the end, let's do something. What I do, maybe you don't like Meghan's stuff. I promise that when I talk about Meghan, I'm going to do at the end of the show so you can watch the whole show. And if you want to keep looking, the last part when I talk about Meghan and the Montecito, Duke of Sausages, and then maybe you can tune out. And maybe you can remember that I will have a live stream for my members, for my YouTube members in half an hour, the moment this live stream ends. And also make sure that you subscribe to my email list by downloading my free 100 body language tips in the description of this video. Completely free, and you will be subscribed to my email list for free as well. You don't have to pay anything, and you will get my 100 tips that will help you with everything in your life. Every aspect in your life will be improved. Jesus, I didn't want to hear about her, but I ended up laughing. That's my job. Even we could talk about, I don't know, snails in here, and I will try to make it entertaining. I found Jesus doing her body language videos and could not stop laughing. There you have. There you have. We have to thank Meghan for that, for existing, for being such a, well, for being herself. Let's say I'm not gonna stop being a gentleman, for being Meghan, being herself. So many of you are here. How do members find the live? You will get a notification. You just go to my homepage, and you will find that there's a live coming. Oh, member live coming. I'm gonna make sure to set that one up as soon as this one ends, so you don't miss it. There's also a playlist. I think that there's a playlist on my channel in which you can see the member section. I missed channel. I'm gonna begin. Oh, there should be a member section, and I'm not seeing it. There should be a members. Okay, you can see all the tabs: home, videos, shorts, live, podcasts, playlists, posts, membership, and you go there and you will find not only the live streams, but all my exclusive videos for my members. You will have exclusive access to that, and you will be able to access those exclusive content there. Again, I want every single you to have all my content, and you will have completely free access to this daily live streams, and you can rewatch my live streams, and you can watch the summaries, and all of that is for free. But for my members, I want to give an extra, and this extra is this special live streams at the end of this show. So where are we? Well, I have got a new information here. Bollards, wedge barriers, and archer barriers. New Orleans bought them all in 2017 as part of a $40 million public safety package meant to prevent a vehicle attack like one seen in Nice, Berlin, London, New York, and Barcelona, the city's Homeland Security chief at the time recalls. From 2017, and what did they do with that? Nothing. They did nothing. Well, let's end anyway. Let's end this on a high note. Things are gonna be okay. Hang in there. Make sure that you tune to my show. I don't know what I'm going to do over the weekend, but I'm sure that I'm going to do something. All right. So stay tuned. Remember to hit that bell. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell so you get notifications sometimes, and make sure that you subscribe to my email list as well. And that would be the best way to stay in touch. Let me make sure that I didn't miss any of your super chats. So many super chats today. Angela, Dawn, Jenny, Dana Durgin, Samantha, Margie M, 1776 Viking, Poppy Cakes, Natalie Miranda, and Viking again. Thank you for all your support. You have been amazing. And my body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And until we meet in another video or another live, remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care. Be safe. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.